Alright, we're back. So here's the regulator and the motor and everything. And basically what happens is when you get power to the motor here, it's just spinning this sprocket here. And it's just moving this whole track. It's just moving it up and down, which this is where the window actually connects on the other side. This thing goes up and down this track. So it's basically this plastic chain kind of thing. Basically all it does is just push and pull this thing up the track. So you got all this thing out, and good news is that taking it out was the hard part. So what you do, keep the little screws in here, is all it is two screws right here. I got it loosened already, so I'll show you. Take them off real quick. There's just two screws here, and then the motor, this will just lift off from the motor if it wasn't on my lap. There it goes. So the motor, you don't really need to do anything. It's pretty much sealed there. You can see a bunch of old grease and shit right there. The motor I didn't even do anything with, because you don't really need any grease on the teeth of those things. So I just setting it aside here. So now with the motor free there, you can, it's hard for me to do with one hand, but like this track won't move. And then so I can't remember if oh yes, and to make it move easier, there's this little clip right here, and then you can take that clip off and you can just move this track freely back and forth without having to mess with this part that holds the window on. So what I did is I took that off, and then basically I just grease. I got some white lithium, some Lucas white lithium from, you can just get it at Home Depot. That's where I got it. And then so, like this track, the main reason it doesn't work so well is because it rides right here on this. And as you can see, there's really not much grease. Well, there's not much grease on it. Pretty shiny. So it rides on that. Then it also, as you can see up here, kind of rides on these inner rails here too. So what I've been doing is I've just, greased the hell out of it. This whole track all the way down. Just grease it up. And then on the inner sides here, just grease the hell out of it on both sides. And then I just move this track by hand. So it goes up to there and gets grease. Then when it's all the way up here to this bump stop, you'll have, this section of the track now exposed. And you just grease the hell out of that too. And you just move this thing back and forth a whole bunch until it starts to move super free compared to what it was anyway. And then just for good measure, you can see there's grease still on here. This usually isn't the problem, but I just squirted a bunch of white lithium in there too. That way it can travel free on the track here. That's pretty much it for greasing this thing back up. I'll probably grease it up and then show you it dry, or it running. It won't have the glass on it, but the glass actually doesn't make too much of a difference. It's not like it's super heavy by any means. It's just a little triangle window. But so I'll show you after this greased how much it is improved.